Judgement. The cause of our identification with this body and this mind is that we forgive the Supreme Master. In our daily life, we are so busy, so occupied with the outside world that we forget why we are here. And by doing so, we give up ourselves to the three gunas. And we are influenced completely by them. So we act like puppets, directed by these three gunas. You know, tamas, rajas, and sattva. How can we change this? The first thing is we have to change our thoughts. We have to make the first step and to say, yes, I want to change. And then to change, to transform this mind. When we say to ourselves, every thought that comes, the moment it comes, I will change it. We will manage it. Because the only thing that we have to know to do on the spiritual path is this, to change our mind, to transform our mind. This is what Guruji repeats satsang after satsang. But who is doing this? So what does it mean? It means to be aware of our thoughts when she comes. But most of the time we are so used to identify ourselves with this mind and with this body that we take every thought as ourselves. No. It's like everyone has a computer or a phone, a mobile phone, but you don't identify yourself with your computer or your laptop, no? And the mind is the same. It's a very powerful instrument that God has given to us. Before the thought comes out, we have to be aware of it. The thing is, when Pepe was with Guruji in India years ago, he was depressed. He was praying the deity, the saints, please change his mind. It is so negative. Guruji told me, you know, Pepe, you are arrogant and this will stay as it is. Thank you. But you will be aware of it. And when you are conscious about it, then you don't need to express it. So this is what we have to do. This is our daily job, to observe ourselves. And that is what he told me. He said, you know, you are depressed, that's nice, it's good, thank you. And he said, yes, because it means that you want to change. If you did not care, you will not be depressed. So if you want to change, you will change. And I told him, yeah, it's nice that you say it, and I believe it, but at the moment it's not the case. I see that's going worse and worse, more and more in the negativity. Why it is like this? It is just because we identify ourselves with this mind. When we begin to be conscious, to be aware of the thoughts, then we see the negativity of the mind. As long as you identify yourself with the mind, you don't care, you just pour outside all what is coming in this mind. But the moment you analyze it, you observe it, you become aware of it, you say, oh my God, I'm so negative. And the next step is seeing all this negativity that you push it away. You say, no, that's not me. This is a mind. Me, I know, I am light, I am love. I am a part of the divine. I am this soul, eternal. So then, taking distance from this mind You see the thought, you see the feeling like on the TV. And these thoughts don't hurt yourself anymore. We have to change this mind, because if we listen to it, we go in the game of the mind. We become the slave of this mind. You know, it's like when you see someone for the first time, you see this person and you think, she looks so strange, she talks so strange, she laughs so... You know this. The moment you see this thought, you can change it. You can say, no, it's not like this. This person is very nice. So we have to challenge the mind, not to continue to be the slave of this mind. And when we change the mind, we change completely our life. It all depends of the moment when the thought is coming. Then we can change it. But most of the time we jump after this. We jump after the thought. But if just at the beginning, if we change it, it will go away. But if we listen to it, it will come again. You know, a thought is like a seed. You know, if you plant a seed, it will grow. If you water it, it will grow. And a thought is the same. If you focus on the thought, it will grow. So you see, it's very important to see what kind of food we give also to our mind. If we give, it's like the body. If you want to be healthy, then don't eat junk food. And with the mind, it's the same. If you put negative things inside, all what you talk, what you hear, what you look at in internet, TV, media, and so on. Just open a newspaper, you will see it's only negative things inside. So the food that we give to our mind will reflect upon us. That's why we chant the divine name, because this vibration make the divine vibration who are inside of us vibrate and rise. So these four qualities of the mind, we listen to the mind. We enjoy the mind by talking. And then we suffer and we complain. So the best is not to enter into the game of the mind. The mind has been given to us for a good reason. And if we use the mind in the right way, it will be always constructive. So Guruji said the first thing, be positive. What does it mean? It means to replace the negative thought by positive thought. When you see a negative thought coming in this mind, you can replace it. You don't need to focus on it. You know, when we meditate or when we say japa, the mind is always running, like the clouds in the sky. If you don't focus on it, the thought will go. And you can put yourself a positive thought or 3 positive thoughts, and this will completely change your mood. We need to let this divine love that is inside of us take control of us. As it is said, there is 2 wolves fighting inside of us, the mind and the heart. And the child was asking, but which one wins? And the grandfather said, well, the one you feed. So we have really to take care what we are feeding our mind with. You know this picture with the 3 little monkeys. The one who covers his ear, the other the mouth, and the other eyes. Well, nowadays there is a 4th one, the one who is looking to his iPhone. He don't hear, he don't see, he don't care. The control of these senses are very important to control the mind. Because first we have to control the senses, especially the tongue. The tongue is very labile, very quick to express a thought. It's easy to control a bone, but the tongue is not a bone. And sometimes you see people who have a direct connection from the brain to the tongue. It is thought and already expressed. So we get influenced with what we see, with what we hear, what we say. And these three monkeys show us, yeah, you should not see, you should not hear, and you should not speak evil. But that is what we do most of the time, because it creates sensation inside. You know what I hear about the wife of the President of America, Trump? You see, just when I say this, all attention is there. This is the mind. The mind like gossip. It's just by observing ourselves that we can control this mind. Most of the time when we analyze ourselves, then we begin to judge, because the judgment is a big quality of the mind. No, we should not judge ourselves. We should love ourselves, said Goji. It doesn't mean to pamper ourselves, but just to love, to focus on our good quality, because everyone has good qualities. And when we focus on our good qualities, these qualities will strengthen us. But if we focus on our bad qualities, then we will go in our weakness. Krishna said, if the mind dwells on a certain object on the outside, one becomes similar to that. It doesn't mean, well, if you focus on a pumpkin, you will not become a pumpkin, but the qualities of the pumpkin will rise inside of you. So we have to learn to focus our mind on a special way. We have to train our mind to think positively and to be aware of at each moment. To be aware of it, just. Not to judge, just to be aware, just to see it. Because the moment we see it, we become conscious of it. That's enough, just to analyze. Jai Gurudev.